Hi friends, it's Sintang Mayumi. For today's Christmas cards, I will be using Christmas Scene Trifold stamp set from Art Impressions. These images are meant to be used on trifold cards, but I'm using them as an individual images on cards today. Let's jump right in on coloring this image. I used these images for the 30-day coloring challenge that is now going on. 30-day coloring challenge is you color every day, you color an image every day and post it on Instagram or Facebook. And Kathy Rakusin is the creator of 30-day coloring challenge. I did messy coloring on this image and used my Daniel Smith watercolors and just choose some colors on my palette that I thought it will look nice on my image. I didn't use my zig markers today, even though you see them on my surface. I have a lot going on my desk and I forgot to put them away. I'm just finishing coloring this image, and then when I'm done, we'll go ahead and do the next step. And here are my two images already colored. I also added stardust stickles on all of the snow. I'm going to die cut my panels, colored panels, using Fame Frames die set from Mama Elephant, and I use this smaller die here. I'm going to secure it with washi tape and then I will run this through my die cutting machine. For my mat, I'm using this 6x6 paper pad from Authentique. I love this paper pad. Thanks again, Cheryl, for sending me this paper pad. I die cut two of the patterns from the paper pad and used the scallop rectangle die from Mama Elephant Fame Frames die set. For the sentiment, I'm coloring my scraps of watercolor paper. At this point, I don't know what color I want to go with my cards, so I just colored a few of these scraps and I will just choose later. I'm going to use my Stamp-a-ma-jig tool to help me stamp the sentiment perfectly aligned in the middle of the paper. This tool is good when stamping with rubber stamps if you want your sentiment or images to be straight. So the tool comes with clear plastic and the blue corner, I don't know what you call it, but you put that thing all the way on one side of the clear plastic and stamp your image or your sentiment. I will leave a link of this tool or similar tool like this. I know Art Impressions has similar tool like this that you can buy online. After I stamp my sentiment in the middle of the paper, I'm going to die cut one of this using Landscape Trio die set. And then I'm going to die cut them both using the same die that I used for the colored panels. I'm using both ends of the die so I can run this through just one time in my die cutting machine, and that will save me time. I pull out my watercolors again to add background color on my scene image because I don't like the white part on both of the colored panels. After I'm done adding the background color, I will splatter white ink on these panels. I will bring them in the bathtub so I don't make a huge mess on my space. When I splatter white ink on my project, I always use toothbrush, and that tool always gives me good result. I also use Pentel Arts white ink or sometimes white gouache. And then I can dry them with my heat tool. I will pop up my sentiments with foam tape. For this first one, I will adhere the sentiment on the top of the panel, and then the other sentiment will be on the lower part of the panel. Let's go ahead and adhere our mat on our A2 size top folding card base. As you can see, I also die cut the middle part of the mat because I really like this paper and I want to get more out of it, so what I did is die cut the inside, and you won't see the whole mat, and also the recipient will never know that there's a hole in there. I'm also going to adhere my colored panels using strong double-sided tape and a little bit of liquid glue. I will remove the release paper on the sides and then flip the paper and press that down to adhere it well. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this colored panel. Add a little bit of liquid glue, adhere it on the card base, remove the release paper, and adhere it well on the card. For the inside of the cards, I colored two of this snowman image from the stamp set and die cut them with the Fame Frames die set. And then I'm going to add some snow dots using my Uniball Signal white pen. And then I'm going to adhere these panels in the inside of my cards using liquid glue. And my cards are finished. I love this Christmas scene images from Art Impressions. And my cards looks rustic with all the colors and papers I chose. I hope you like today's cards as much as I do. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.